And Baba Miller will be playing in his 7th game after sitting out a 16-game suspension mandated by the NCAA to start the year. For the Seminoles, who are 5-7 in league play, and as you mentioned, favored by 5 in this game on the road. And on their first possession, a beautiful set to find Jalen Warley.
He's expected to do everything for this team, but also defensively got caught falling asleep there on the first possession of the ball game.
On the James miss, J.J. Traynor throws it down. A legacy. His father, Jason Osborne, played a couple of years here at U of L. And McDonald's All-American at the local male high school.
And when you play three-point shooters, run them off the line. Always keep your hands up. Make sure you're trying to deter their vision. You can't let him see the basket cleanly.
No defense at the rim as Sidney Curry goes right to it.
And that's what you need to. We need some patience for a guy like Kenny Payne, who's going to bring the right kids in here eventually to get this program back at the top.
Matthew Cleveland to Warley. Nice looking 3-on-2 break for the Seminoles.
Back to the basics, teaching them about back cuts, flex cuts, some of the basics of the game that this team is still trying to build on their IQ. That's what he does.
Darren Green with another triple.
6 or 7 guys that are playing 30 minutes plus per night. Makes it hard to maintain that style of play and that energy and effort.
Off the steal, Darren Green now with 8 points, and the timeout comes from Louisville. Ellis, the 4th leading scorer in the ACC at 17 per game, is yet to score. Jalen Withers muscles his way into the paint, but that's the 2nd consecutive turnover for Louisville. Matt Cleveland cashes in at the other end.
They are getting out and getting going, and we talked about that before the game, Doug. Their ability to get points in transition really makes it easier for them scoring the ball. Sometimes when they get a little bit stagnant in their half-court offense. We saw that in their last game, which is one of the main reasons they got to win. 10 turnovers in the first half as opposed to 5 turnovers in the second. And that kind of ball security is what you need as Withers knocks down another one. Withers has that size and that length where if Green gets by him, he can block it at the rim.
Cam Corhen has been very good lately for Florida State. Why is that a tough shot?
Well, just because he had multiple possessions where the game was moving really fast. You would like to see Louisville try to get something in the half court.
And now the 6'11 freshman trying to keep Ellis out of the lane.
Everybody's in those gaps when Ellis has the ball. There's nowhere for him to drive.
Tough shot. Bank it in! And you get a chance to check them out tomorrow.
By the way, pulling up here, not being here for 7 years, let's see Florida State knock down a three. The facilities here alone are just off the charts, from the practice facility to the Yum Center. It is absolutely big time here.
4th turnover. A lot of size and length inside for the Seminoles, as we've become accustomed to, with McLeod at 7'4" and Miller here at 6'11". Great ball movement to find Cleveland for the dunk.
So many times guys just want to put the ball on the ground. No, look for the rotation pass.
Way too strong for Miller. There's McLeod to clean it up. But you keep seeing things that make you scratch your head, Jay.
Oh, because if I'm Ellis right there, why am I taking a stab for a steal? I'm just going to allow them to go down and have a 3-on-2 on the break.
Under 8 to go. McLeod, just taller than everybody, lays it in.
I understand they're doing things off dribble drive opportunities, but this feels like their offense doesn't really have a lot of rhythm.
Blocking foul.
You guys got to see the floor.
Here goes Hersey, gets rid of the defender. Finds a wide open, lands for 3.
That's good basketball. Patience I'm talking about. Gets in, gets the man off his feet, and able to kick it out for a wide open 3. I love the pace.
Withers lost his footing. Seminoles again on the run. Cleveland to the rim.
With Kenny Payne and the staff, those careless turnovers with the ball just drive you crazy.
Ellis gets those 2 back.
Unforced turnovers, Dan.
The 2022-23 Louisville Cardinals averaging about 16 turnovers per game. Hard to win ball games when you turn it over that frequently. Cam Corhen off the jab step, puts it in.
He has pro-like moves. I mean, that's the 2nd time he's caught the ball, turned and faced, seeing if the defense is actually coming at him from the weak side, and looked at the defender's hands. Their hands are down. He's going to shoot a midi.
Warley back to Mills.
Just really bad rotation by Louisville. You need Louisville to do. They need to play with a sense of urgency, and there does need to be a sense of togetherness with this squad. they'll be on the first thing out of here now.
Yeah.
That's just keeping it honest with you about the business of the sport.
Absolutely. I mean, it goes without saying, even under the best of circumstances, you can count on people going, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's a complete roster overhaul. That's the other thing that I think scratches your head as much as anything.
Doug, love defense as much as you love offense. Love breaking down your opponent mentally in the defensive end just as much as you want to score 30.
Seminoles up by 8. They get Corhen on the switch. He doesn't take advantage. Instead, kicks to the corner.
Withers got caught sleeping, standing straight up on the weak side.
And instead, Mills buries the 3. James with an air ball at the other end. How about the elevation by J.J. Traynor?
Singling out in the locker room, I am addressing it head on by saying, I need you to be better, and I need you to give us energy on the defensive end.
Mills on the lob, and Warley with the layup.
A little bit of that leadership, that floor general, to put everybody in their place. I'm sitting next to a floor general right now. Peyton Stevens sitting right next to me. He would have put everybody in a huddle.
Yeah, the Louisville legend going to join us in just a few minutes. Be interesting to hear his thoughts about the state of affairs with his beloved program. Another turnover, 2-on-1. Cleveland on the business end of the alley-oop. Green and Jackson have both missed limited time. Curry's pass taken away by Cleveland. Warley streaking to the bucket.
All right, no layups. You will end up on your back before you end up scoring the ball off a free layup in transition. It does not need to happen. And that's where you want to see Louisville take the next step.
Saddled with every single day, every hour of every day, trying to make those determinations and work with the group they have here. Kamari Lands gets the roll. Ellis, but he got cut off by Mills. Lands inside, Sidney Curry. Lays it off the glass for 2.
Are we sure, Peyton, we don't want you on the staff here? Are we sure? I mean, what?
Hey, man,
I'm throwing it out there for you now. I don't need to put pressure on you. I think one of the things that's interesting is, you guys were coached hard. And that's what I like about Kenny Payne. Even in practice today, they were coached hard. And it's hard to be coached hard.
I don't know anything about the bourbon. I don't drink, but, Russ has one. This is Louisville, Kentucky, where they're known for that. So good for him. Nice 3 by Kamari. I mean, he's a talented freshman too, man. Is very appreciative of what he has. He came over here from the African program, and he works hard, man. He has a great energy about him. You got to put a hand up. You got to at least make them see something. Their hands are down. They're higher percent.
And one.
There we go, Mike James. Like we said, Mike, hell of a player, man. He works hard, and he's going to be a special player down the road.
Look at Kevin Durant, the way he's responded off an Achilles injury. And, it's been one of the best Achilles comeback of all time. But he still also had multiple injuries because you end up compensating with your body.
Well, he has followed Kevin Durant. He's followed and learned from Dominique Wilkins, who was somebody who decades ago came back from that injury. And he said Edmund Sumners is another guy. He's got Green in the corner, can't find him. Instead, bring it back out to House. Inside Corhen. Create space.
What
and the layup.
That's what you love from his style of play.
And he's every bit 6'10", 225, just a freshman. And on Cleveland, just his first foul of the day. Ellis streaking in. Miller to
great ball movement.
Traynor to find the wide open Jalen Withers. That, by the way, was Louisville's first points of the day off of a turnover. And at the other end, Caleb Mills puts in the 3-ball from the corner.
I'm going to have a shot at the basket. I mean, you have to get a hand up. Every time Louisville contests a shot, their hands are down by the offensive player's knees instead of playing way more connected basketball of penetration and sharing the rock.
Traynor
big
gets
time
the friendly roll. It's a 6-point ball game. Warley snaps the Louisville run. Miller tracks down the long rebound, and the possession continues with just over 5 minutes remaining. Ellis into the lane. Tough shot. And it goes. Traynor calling for the ball. He's got it.
Give it to him.
Sidney Curry muscles his way through the defender for 2 more. It's a 2-point ball game. The lob to the rim. Ooh. And the dunk ties it. Traynor from Ellis.
Once again, ball pressure, hand down. What a great pass by Ellis over the top.
Warley cut off, gets it back out to the corner for Mills. 10 to shoot. Curry with the rejection, but the follow slam by Corhen puts FSU back in front. Warley on the back cut. Cleveland lays it in. Great set for the Noles. Instead, they go to Trainer, hand it back to James, trying to work on Warley. 4 to shoot. 3. Ellis is in a bad spot. The contested deep 3 is off the mark.
Yep, they're going to press up.
Let's see if they go for the quick 2 with Ellis. Off the hesitation, leaves his feet. Curry lays it in.
Now press up. Now if you're Louisville, you press up.
Time being so precious.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's working when you catch the ball in those spots. That's why I try to trap for a couple of seconds, because I'm sending their team's best free throw shooter to the line.
Seminoles executed, getting it into his hands. He's 1 out of 2, and it's a 3-point game. Ellis.
That's tough.
Tough shot. Doesn't go. Curry kept it alive.
Got
3
no time in
seconds.
possession.
2 seconds
Big shot, big
for the
shot.
tie. And the Seminoles escape with an 81-78 victory.